Well, today is the day. I think the bike is here. I think the bike is here. Um, well, I'm 99.5% sure. They called me and told me it was here. It got delivered yesterday evening. We're gonna go pick it up now. Test it out. I don't know what we're gonna. Like, I don't know if I'm getting it fitted today or not. I don't think so. I think I'm just picking it up, and we'll probably do like a proper fitting in the future. I'm sure. But for now, it's at a local bike shop. So how do we get here? That's a great question. I posted the video about just like what bikes to like what are the best bikes for bigger bodies on Instagram and TikTok. It went crazy. Some people said on TikTok, some people said Harleys and four wheelers, and to them, fuck you. Like, right, just whatever. But um, the people that were nice and offered like ideas, right? ZZ Yonder was the biggest one, but also there were some mountain bikes, some other things. Like a lot of people offered ideas, which was really cool and really special to see. And someone sent me a DM. I didn't see it right away, but someone offered me their bike, and he was a former 500-pound guy, and now he's around 400. He did a couple of triathlons with this bike. He says he's done 9 triathlons with this bike, which is really cool. And he was like, "I want to just give it to you. Just pay for shipping, and you can have it." And I was blown away, like honored, really. And he was from Florida. I never met him before, but he saw my story. I wasn't inspired by it. And I saw his story. I'm inspired by his story too, right? He's been doing. I think he's done like something like 9 or 10 triathlons now. He's training for another one. Like he's huge. His name is CT. Out of Florida. He's phenomenal. A huge fan of him, and honored that he would offer that to me. And so I said yes. Of course, I said yes. It's a ZZ Yonder bike. It is rated for 550 pounds. So well within not well within. I'm at the top of the range, right? I'm at the top of the range, but something to at least train on. And so yeah, I'm gonna ride it for especially my first triathlon. Definitely gonna ride it for that, and all the training, right? All the training I have to do, which is winter training, which poses more questions, more opportunity for looking into things. Right now, I have to look at rollers because it's rollers versus a trainer weight capacity, roller weight capacity. All of these questions come into play at 500 pounds. I was thinking about this just recently. I at 700 pounds, okay, it's my fault for being 700 pounds. Point blank, right? My fault for being 500 pounds. That is on me. And I can't expect generalized things in the society to be rated for people my size. 500 pounds, 700 pounds. It's not a great expectation. The only time I ever expect something to be rated for larger bodies is in the hospital, healthcare system, right? Especially if you're a healthcare worker who caters to larger bodies, your equipment should fit larger bodies. Hospitals should all have equipment that fits larger bodies. Like those are like the exceptions. But in general, like I think that it's my fault for being this weight, and I have to figure out how to navigate life at this weight. And I can't get mad when things don't work for people my size. That's probably a hot take, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just self-aware. I don't think this came up again. This all came up for me because the rollers now, right? I have the bike, 550 weight class. Now rollers or trainer. Most of them are weighted for 250 pounds. Now, is that a true weighted? I don't know. Like, do they actually weight it, or are they just saying 250 pounds because that's what most bikes are weighted for? Like, I don't know the question, and like it might mean that I go through, like, will it work for a little bit, and then I have to change it every 3 months, right? Is it like not gonna work at all? Is it gonna break a joint? Like, these are legitimate questions that I have to answer, and unfortunately, that means if I have to go through 3 trainers between now and the race, that could be like, $30,000 between now and for 6 months, which is expensive, very expensive. Oh, if I get rollers, like if I can build rollers, if I get rollers, like again, all these questions add up because I'm not rated for, or I'm not at the right weight for this kind of thing. Now, could we make rollers or things that are 350-pound capacity, 400-pound capacity? For sure. And I think that, like, I honestly think that most things that say 250-pound capacity, like, can probably handle more. The question is, like, how much more, right? And that is something that we're gonna have to probably find out, because here in the Midwest, I mean, it's gonna be cold, and I'll ride in the cold, right? But eventually, it's gonna start snowing, and probably not gonna be out there in the snow. Honestly, I'm not that hardcore. Some people might be, but not me. So we'll figure it out. But I'm super excited. Like, I'm super excited for this. I don't know shit about bikes. Like, nothing. Zero, zilch. Uh, if it was French, I would know more. Also, if you're from the Ohio area, or like live somewhere near Ohio and you ride bikes, where do you ride? Right? Where, like, again, I probably have 6 to 8 weeks, 6 weeks before our first snowfall. Hopefully, if we're lucky, right? So I'm gonna try to get outside riding time in for sure. But yeah, if you're from Ohio, where are you riding at? Where are you? Are you doing trails? I know like Alum Creek, the Alum Creek Trail is a thing, and that could be that might be the main spot that you might find me at. But also, like, I love the country, right? And I kind of want to go riding in the country, but I'm not exactly sure where it is, because in the country sometimes, let's just be real, you speed limits are optional. Right? I didn't see people go, 100 miles an hour down a one-way country road. I mean, and I say people, I mean maybe even myself. I can't confirm or deny anything, but what I'm saying, I plead the fifth. But yeah, where do you ride in Ohio? I'm gonna guess Alum Creek Trail for sure. But besides that, where else are people finding ways to get their training in?
God, don't get hit by a car.
No. All right, we're here in the middle of New Albany, little bougie city in Columbus. We gotta go outside.
Oh, okay. Is this what we call bougie? Well, I guess it is compared.
What do you mean compared to the rest of Columbus?
That's fair. Okay.
Let's go get the bike. Oh, puppy. How are you guys?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I'm here to pick up a bike.
Yeah.
Sweet. Perfect. Like, what do I need to know about the bike too? Like, what is proper bike care? I don't know anything. Is there a book?
We probably should angle the saddle so it's a little more level.
Okay.
And do you know what your inseam is for pants?
28.
28. Okay. You've got a long torso.
Yeah.
So what we can do then? I'll keep the saddle all the way back. Let me make a couple adjustments, and then we can try to see how you can be situated on it.
Okay. And then these tires, like, if these tires were to pop like on the road, it's like not the same as, I've heard of like tubes, not the same as tubes. So like, what is the difference, and like, how do you?
For tubeless, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tubeless is pretty cool. You can run lower tire pressures.
Okay.
Typically, because you don't have the tube in there, and then you have lower rolling resistance
Okay.
as well.
And I think for your size, you're going to want to have the pressure near the maximum what the tires can withstand.
Yeah.
You'll probably need to run tires right at the maximum pressure.
The max pressure.
Now, you told me you already lost 150 pounds.
186 pounds.
186 pounds,
Yeah.
Wow. What's your final goal weight, do you think?
So the goal is to do Ironman 2028.
Okay.
So probably like 225, 250.
Wow, great.
I was 725 pounds. And and that's like, yeah. So the first thing was triathlon. I did a 3K swim already in, I think, August or July. And so this was just the next venture.
Yeah.
If my birthday wasn't in April, we would do it in the summer. But unfortunately, I wanted to do it before my 30th birthday. So
once you get used to the bike
Yep.
and get comfortable with position and all that, one thing you may want to consider doing is to convert to cycling shoes and clipless pedals.
Okay.
Because the big benefit there is going to be, as you're clipped in, instead of just pushing on the pedals, which really limits your power to just a small arc of the pedal stroke, you'll be turning nice smooth circles. And
Cool.
you use a lot more muscle mass and spin faster. The big benefit too is cardiovascular. You're relying a lot more on your cardiovascular system than just muscle power. So as far as weight loss and just burning more calories, it's definitely a better plan for overall fitness and and for endurance too, in particular, because if you're just pushing hard, muscles fatigue pretty fast.
Yeah.
But if you're spinning quicker, you don't have to use as much force on the pedals, and your cardiovascular system doesn't fatigue the same way. So, if you're going to be out on the bike all day long for an Ironman distance ride, that's really, really a crucial element to it. So, being clipped in really just lets you turn nice smooth circles without having to push hard.
Yeah.
And
Should I convert like before the triathlon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would definitely do it. As soon as you get comfortable with the bike, it's one of the best things you can do.
Cool.
What shoe size do you wear?
13.
13. You got looks like extra wide. But when you're ready, that's definitely something that will help you a lot.
I've run a bike since I was 12, so let's see if we can actually ride it first.
Why don't you try sitting up on the saddle? You should be.
Oh gosh.
I guess a good guideline for a bike like this is you should be able to touch the ground with the very tips of your toes.
It's like this.
You said it about me. If you fall. Are you on your tiptoe? Are you trying to roll someone?
No, this is it. This is right.
Yeah.
And then we were trying to I was almost getting going, but that was kind of scary. Yeah. You're here. I can't do that in front of you.
We're definitely going outside to ride this bike. I just wasn't clear about what's happening in my life. I didn't drive all the way out here to watch you pick up a bike and put it in your car.
Yes. It's like,
You said 12 years old was the last time?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. You won't forget. You haven't forgotten, I'm sure.
No, it felt like I could feel the energy right away. I could feel I lived in Gehenna growing up, so we used to ride through all of Gehenna Middle School West and all that area. So I could feel the nostalgia of riding and we had the old Harley bikes. If I remember that. Remember Harley? Yeah. They made the long, the fat tire in the back.
Bikes,
yeah. So we used to drive that all around the city in Gehenna. The cops hated us. We used to be in all kind of mischief. So I could feel the energy, but I don't know what the hell is going to happen. The bike portion hopefully will be my second best out of the swim. The swim will be my best, and the bike portion hopefully will be my second best, and then the run, just survive is the goal with the run portion.
They call it the survival shuffle. But, that's going to be the hard part for you to get through without. You don't want to injure yourself.
That's
you have to be really, really cautious with all the form and not overdoing it in terms of training stress and all that. So
how often do I need to come here for tune-ups? How often?
If anything's not functioning the way it should, what's going to happen with a bike like this is brake cables will stretch a little bit over time. So if you feel that the brakes are not stopping you effectively, definitely bring it to us.
Okay.
Brake pads will wear down. It takes a while for the brake pads to wear, but you're obviously carrying a little extra mass, so that puts a little more strain on the brakes. The tires, you'll want to check the pressure probably every 2 or 3 rides.
Okay.
Tires like this don't lose a lot of air really quickly, but still you'll want to be pretty diligent about making sure you're right near the maximum. Beyond that, it's pretty low maintenance.
Okay.
I think this was the shifters also. So if there's any, generally after we do a tune-up, if it needs any adjustments within the next 30 days or so, we take care of that, no charge.
Yeah.
But stop by anytime if there's anything that doesn't feel right. But honestly, it's a pretty low maintenance machine, so it should be pretty good. The other thing is lubricating, especially if you're riding outdoors in inclement weather. It's good to Riley treated. So this is a really nice lube. It's just a great all-rounder. Just basically just drizzle it on the chain, let it sit for a little bit, and then wipe off all the excess.
Okay.
But it leaves like a really nice protective waxy coating.
Cool.
So it protects it from moisture, keeps things running quietly and smoothly.
Well, we'll do at least a monthly service. Is that good?
I mean, you don't even need to do that much,
Like,
but just
like I want to come in before I go to the trainer, so I'll probably at least I'll write it for now, and then
Okay.
before I go to the trainer, because before it snows,
okay,
I'll bring it in for service and make sure it's good for the training process, and then
cool.
we'll definitely bring it in at least before the race.
Okay, yeah, definitely. But yeah, like I said, anytime you feel like something's not functioning the way it should,
Listen, you're my first call.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm doing. Like I have no like when I tell you that I have no idea about bikes, like we just got on that road. And
yeah.
I've learned that there's like a whole language about it, and even watching a few videos. So yeah, looking
Sure.
forward to learning.
It's a crazy culture behind it, sure, but I think you got. I think this is a great setup for you. I think
Okay.
it's really going to run well, and give you the tools you need to do the job.
But this is like so I don't know if I told you this. This specific bike is not. It gets a gift, right? Someone gave it to me, who was 500 pounds out of Florida. He is now 400 pounds. He got a custom bike for himself, and he's like, "Hey, I have this bike. If you want it, it's yours for free. Just pay for shipping." And so I took it. And part of the whole bike situation is that he's like, I felt weird about taking something for free. And so I was like, do I need to give it back to you or should I pass it along? And he was like, pass it along to the next person. So this is going to be the traveling bike for bigger bodies. And the goal of this is to, I'm going to use it until I either get sponsored by someone or pick up a new bike. And then pass along to someone else who's 500 pounds as well too. And move it down the line, hopefully, is the goal.
My name is CT, and you may have seen CT in my shoes, or you may just be new to my page, but I am a larger bodied athlete. When I started my journey, I was at 503 pounds, and that was back in 2021. Since then, I've been able to work down to about 397. One of my friends, an ultra runner, he challenged me to do a triathlon. And I didn't think it was possible because at the time I was weighing right around 490, 480 pounds, and every bike that I looked up had a weight limit of about 280 to 300 pounds. I reached out to a lot of forums. I checked all the pages. I talked to my local bike shops, and all of them mentioned about the same thing. Yeah, most bikes had weight limits. Started doing a lot of research, and I dug in, and I found Zeiss bikes made out of the Pacific Northwest, and reached out to them, and they had a bike called the Yonder that could hold up to 550 pounds. I was ecstatic. I saved up my money. I put the down payment down. I paid it off in installments, and I got my bike. I had a bike that could fit me. And what that meant was I was no longer confined to my shoes. I could ride my bike. I could feel the wind whip through my helmeted hair, because you got to wear a helmet. As I lost weight, I found another brand called Clydesdale, and I was able to get a Clydesdale bike now. And this is a custom-made triathlon specific bike. But it left me with this sense of, what am I going to do with my Zeiss bike? Like, it's sitting here. This is my bike. I don't want to give it away. I tried to sell it, but a lot of people don't realize how expensive bikes are. So I've been kind of pondering it. I let a friend borrow it for her triathlon. So that bike has also brought a friend of mine into the triathlon world, which just brings me even more joy. But when I was looking around, I've been following a lot of these inspirational men who have been losing weight and just kicking ass in the gym, kicking ass, and Johnny running marathons, and Nick doing swim races, and Garrett doing bodybuilding, and all these people doing these things. And I came across Sal's page, and I was like, Sal, this guy, he's got heart, he's got determination. And I saw a post the other day, and it was like, I want to get into triathlon. I want to get into a bike. And I was like, that is what this bike is for. Everything was set up for a big guy. And I was like, Sal needs this bike. This bike is going to help Sal do his triathlon. And so when I saw his post asking about bikes, I saw a lot of comments about people, and this is no slight on them because they're just trying to help. But what they don't realize is their advice is invalid. Telling people of our size to go try a Trek, to go try a Cervelo, to go try a carbon bike, it's nonsense. It's going to set us up for failure. It's going to set us up to get hurt. And that's no slight on you. You don't understand. The same way that I don't understand what it's like to be light or skinny or small. I'm a big dude. I'm 6'5". I've never been a small person. But with the Zeiss bike, with my Yonder that I'm sending to Sal, he's going to be able to ride that bike safely. So I worked with my local bike shop here, the Bikery, and they boxed it up and they sent it to his local bike shop up there in Ohio. and they're going to get it fitted for him and everything. I'm so excited to be part of the brotherhood of the traveling bike, I think is what we're calling it. I think it's great. For me, triathlon has meant freedom, has meant pushing myself. You hear a lot of people talk about, oh, I do hard things. But let me tell you this. Yes, everything that I see can be considered hard. But being a man in your 500 pounds and looking at the course for a triathlon is terrifying. You see the waves, you see the cobblestones, you see the road with the cars and the running, and it's scary. But with that bike, I was able to start my journey. I was able to start my triathlon journey, which is going to lead me to an Ironman 70.3 and everything else down the road. So I want to say, Sal, use the Wander for all the glory. Do all the hard things. Do all the fun things. Ride her down a hill. When you hit 20 miles an hour for the first time, you are going to be so excited. It feels incredibly scary and fun at the same time. And I want you to experience that. I want you to have that joy, the same joy I had when I first ripped down 38th Ave here in St. Pete, going 22 miles an hour, just not knowing what's going on. The great part is it's got flat pedals, so you can wear a nice firm-soled shoe. You can wear maybe an old pair of running shoes because it will grip into it. You can get yourself a fun helmet, something with some lights, be safe. But man, I'm excited to see it, and I'm looking forward to your journey, and I'm so glad to be part of it. For me, my next step is I have a 10K coming up and then a half marathon. My second half marathon is coming up in February, and I'm training for that. But I wish you all the luck and all the joy in the world, and I can't wait to see what you do with it. Cheers, brother.
Like you, in case you pop off. Oh yes, thank you.
I want to puncture my leg.
Thank you.
Might be a good strategy is to straddle the bike first, so
Okay.
you have both feet flat on the ground.
Yeah.
And put one foot up on the pedal, push down hard, and lift yourself up onto the bike.
Cool.
That way, you get a good start. All right. Best of luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be back.
Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, like I said, anything you need, just
Yeah.
give us a shout.
I will.
Get you hooked up.
Sweet. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a good one. Here is the question of the day. Getting it in the back of the trunk.
That was not the question of the day. That's so wrong to hear. They can't hear me on the video. That was not my question.
What was the question of the day?
Can you get up on that bike? Y'all like everybody can get in the truck. We can tie that thing to the top of the rope. Can you either play personal assistant, videographer, like Tyler Perry said? Do I get 2 chats?
What, 2 hugs, maybe? 2 hugs.
I'll wait for the chat.
So I have the bike. It's a little surreal, but super appreciative. And now it's just time to train. Appreciate y'all being here. We'll talk soon. Cheers.